Hi everyone, welcome on into stream number 89 of Rookie to Rorty. G'day. Welcome on in tonight. We've got some big games there. Atletico and Espanyol to start off, and Espanyol might be the bigger of those games because they're right behind us. So a Barca to be fair. And also, after that, we've got Champions League and we've got Bayern Munich and Arsenal both doing pretty well in real life. In the save, Arsenal are the worst of the North London teams, so that Botley things continuing. Bayern are still pretty good though, but we did beat them 3-0 in last year's finals. We've got a lot of big games coming up tonight. I hope you're doing well. Going to be a scuffy start to the stream. Diabetic, my sugar's low, so I'm having to have some frozen yogurt. That counts as ice cream. Oh, we'll say ice cream for the sake of it. So I'm just carb loading and sugar loading for the rest of the stream. So just bear with me for a few minutes here. But we do have FantasyFM. Sorry, the spoon's going to clink in the background. No, I didn't want to do it there. FM. I'm trying to do it here. We do have FantasyFM open. You will be behind me by a good couple of streams by now, but obviously we've got the nighttime audience back tonight. So we're doing it over the course of this entire season. If you want to get involved, that's the code and all that sort of stuff to go and do that. Doesn't pop up in YouTube chat, which is annoying, but you'll see it above my face thing there. If you've got a dark screen, it's probably a bit easier for you guys to see that. Are we going to get a dark screen in the background? That's probably the best one, isn't it? If you want to go and join the Fantasy FM that we've been running for the last couple of streams. See how it goes this season. If it's no good, if no one enjoys it, then we'll just spin it off because it actually costs money now. So yeah, get involved if you want. You'll probably definitely finish second if you do, because I'm the only one in it currently. So yeah, there you go. I'm on that. Which seems low. 305. No. Okay, apparently. No, that might be about right. Okay, anyway, so what we've got, we've still got a couple of days till our next game. So last stream we did win all our games, which is good because we didn't play anyone that good. Start off with a slightly scratchy 1-0 win over Salzburg, then grew into it nicely, and we're really hitting our form by the end of the stream. A 5-1 derby win over Sevilla. From memory, there was a bit of mental stuff that was happening in that. But yeah, 5-1 win over them away from home. That was quite good. And a 6-1 home win over Benfica. So all the good stuff was happening. And yeah, bouncing back from our... still that Real Sociedad results kind of annoying. The Inter one, not so much. They're the pre-season Champions League favourites, but they haven't got off to a good start, to be fair. But we were better than them in that game too. So a couple of draws the stream before those... The last one, costly, that was on the Saturday. And of course, that Real Madrid loss was annoying. A couple of injury time goals have cost us against the Real so far. Hopefully, nothing coming up against the Atletico Madrid. But let's get forward to the game, and I'll try and get my sugar up a bit. But I might be talking a little bit less, and there might be beeping in the background while my thing tells me that I should eat sugar, which I'm trying to. I've just timed this quite poorly, haven't I? I'm trying to stream and eat things at the same time, and that's not usually a great combo. For a game like FM, where you actually need to provide the entertainment yourself, especially this year, it feels like. We'll say the strawberry frozen yogurt is elite here in New Zealand. It hasn't been out for too long, and it is very, very nice. But Atletico Madrid only 9th. While we're rabbiting, I'll get a prediction going here too, actually, for you guys who prefer those. I think we're at home. Right. So let's do that. Here we are, and I'll give you probably 5 minutes by the time we get to this game. So our prediction now live too, if you want to get involved in that on the Twitch side of things. For you YouTubers, probably the Fantasy FM is the way to go. And there's a if you can't see the thing in the box above my head, then there's something in the YouTube description if you want to get involved in that. I'll lock it when we're actually playing games, but otherwise I'll just keep leaving it open. So they're coming to this off a 2-0 win over Famalicão in the Champo. 6-1 over Benfica does look a little bit more impressive, so hopefully we can better them here. Oh, it's very good. Very good strawberry frozen yogurt. Got the swirly whirly, and it's just that stage where some of it's melted in the bottom of the cup, and I think that's the best ice cream in a cup situation. You don't want that if you're having a cone, obviously, because then you get leakage. But in a cup, that's peak areas. So I'm in a happy place right now. Even if I've gone a little bit pale maybe and look a little bit off, I am actually quite in a happy place right now. Just a couple of these guys not training well, which is a concern. At least I don't think it's anyone too important. Real Madrid, Sevilla, Lenilson's Spanish, awesome. That helps us out as well. It doesn't take long for these foreigners to become EU, which is nice. Right, come on, Shaun. Let's focus. Ice cream down. So Espanyol have dropped points to Girona, so it's good for us. We can actually get a gap over them, but really Barcelona with the game in hand are probably now second and 1 point behind, but that's handy. That's another backup goalkeeper injured. We just got him back from loan, and he's now injured, so slight concern there. Yeah. We've got a couple of injuries, actually. We probably should have touched on that. Aguilera, the junior ball, was out for 5 to 8 weeks. He fractured his ankle in our win over Malaga. Manel, who's usually our backup goalkeeper, out for 2 to 4 weeks. And Gigamyan is out with a calf strain for 2 to 4 weeks. So we are missing a couple. Does mean Lenilson's actually currently starting and Molina's back in the mix. The changes are Pons at left wing, which is a little bit interesting. As a backup, he's can't really do the defensive job, but he's quite handy in attack. He's actually got a goal in one game, so might be a star of the future, this guy. But we'll get to this first game eventually. Sorry, the diabetes has gone in the way of this, isn't it? I will stop the clinking soon, don't worry. Let's get on top of this early and hopefully it'll be alright after that. Another injury, but no one important. That's alright. Sorry, I might mute up while I scrape the rest of this melted stuff out. Hold on. So you have to be an idiot sandwich not to like that. If that's my Gordon Ramsay review of it. Unless you're allergic, and who on earth is allergic to strawberries? You'd geez, that's nice. Okay, he's having a cry. How bad? 6 to 7 weeks yet. Right, tactically, they lack a work rate. Yes, a play through the press. Yeah, I didn't change that back, which is surprising, because we usually do. Sociedad of 1. Yeah, nothing there of note, I don't think. And fitness test. So, right, I'll just put this away in the dishwasher, and then I'll be back very shortly, and we'll play a game like we're supposed to be doing. Just give me a second. All right, we're back. I'm having a biscuit as well now. Right, so Sociedad are 2 behind us, but we've got a game in hand on them. It's really Barca who could go second here. Like, proper second. Espanyol. Yeah, tied with us, but I've played one more game. All right, sorry, I was muted up there while I was chewing, so it didn't sound like gravel in the mic. So Simways is back, but Ondo's been going really well. So I think we're just going to leave Ondo in there at the moment alongside Merck. It was something I was going to do going to last season. Yeah, I like this team for this game. You have to leave Berrigan on the bench because we legitimately have no other goalkeepers, and he's kind of fit where Manel isn't. And let's be honest, he's a backup goalkeeper, so if we need to use him, we're in deep trouble anyway. But yeah, we'll go with this, and let's hopefully pick up a good result here against Atletico Madrid, who have not been great so far this season. So we'll hide that fantasy thing for the moment. Be updates on that from the chat bot throughout the stream. Oh, so I think I'll just nudge this a little bit. Go, that's a bit slightly more center. Okay, here we go. I mean, Yilmaz and Simeone Jr. are not the same Vandenberg as the one I think of being a Liverpool fan, but their starting lineup, nothing too notable there. Miguel Gutierrez, did we have him here? I'm getting him mixed up with the Italian bloke, aren't I? Anyway, that's the team. I think we're clear of them, so hopefully we show it here. Yeah, the media love us. Let's show them why. And bumper, crack into it, guys. Oh, Puma Pants is here from Maxi Foot, my favourite journalist. So it gives us the confidence to take it to them. I mean, we dropped points to Real Sociedad. Our record's not that great here, but it's no secret, mate. It's our fans. That's probably a way better answer. And we like to play with positivity. We are not Mark Richardson. We do not think negatively. Okay. So just lock the fantasy for a little bit. Not that no one else is playing. But they're going with a 5 at the back and 2 DMs. It's a very, very negative Simeone system, this. Oh, already dreading the game we're going to see in the Champions League tomorrow too, between Arteta and Simeone. That's going to be the most sleep. That's going to put you to sleep, that game, surely. Especially my time, 7 AM kickoff. I might not even bother. Compared to what was on this morning, it's going to be just... Oh. Will there even be a chance in that game? I'm not sure. Anyway, Sevilla being Real Madrid, that's quite handy. But pretty quiet start to this game so far. Hopefully we get on top early and can put these guys away. That's a lot better, right? Might go too far the other way now, sugar, but hopefully not. Right. But let's encourage. We're getting more shots off, and the XG is decent. Just not seeing any of it so far. If Real Madrid, I mean, we're not worried about Real Madrid really. They've already slipped up a little bit too much. It's Barcelona that are the big worries for us in the LaLiga. So hopefully we can start to put some pressure on them with those games in hand they've got. But as long as we win, we'd still be above them by a singular point. Oh, that's a good effort from Lenilson. Oh, he's nearly got that in. The woodwork denying him. Oh, that was a wonderful effort from the Brazilian Spaniard these days. But very close to opening the scoring in a game that we have been on top in, albeit Kusanov with the free kick here for Atleti in the blue. The dual blue. It's very Nelson College. Being an ex-pupil, oh dear, oh wow, that is who is that? Toure. Wow, is he playing rugby? He's gone for the drop kick there instead of trying to score the goal. He thinks he's at super round still. Goodness me, that pass was a little bit off, but thankfully we might still get something going. No, Garcia's just given it to them. Captain, it's up it. Yes, Ericsson saved you there. Right, interesting highlight this one. Big chance for Atleti, and thankfully they blew it because that would have been an FMing and a half from what I've seen so far in this game. We are very sloppy on the ball at the moment, which is not ideal. And we do see the throw-in, thankfully, because it was feeling a bit short-changed by that key highlight. Leray. Hangs it to Ericsson, who has come and field quite a bit. Way here, he's not as good at shooting as Lennielson, because that was nowhere near. I tried to encourage it. Is this switched to full game somehow? Oh, maybe not. Merck. One of our keepers. Oh, Ondo just needed to keep going. Why did he stop? He was through and he just waited. Absolute poor areas there from Ondo. Maybe I should have dropped him. And Toure flicks it on, but to no one. He's having a great start to the game. But boy, big chances for both teams there. Striker had a howler, and Ondo for some reason didn't dribble when he could have gotten a way better spot there. We might still get a chance though. That's nice to Gomez. Oh, it's a nearly kind of own goal. I say kind of. I think Colour had it pretty well covered, but I mean this is a extremely long run of play without a break from FM. Merck to Garcia, Varsiev, Merck, Garcia, back to Bartel, Ericsson. Oh, Merck makes the run. Mannix Merck, he's put it over, guys. Lots of chances there. It should be 1-0 someone, probably us. But we can't hit the target enough. Might do some more chance conversion. Varsiev in the box. Gives the ball away, although that's good little hustle there from Garcia, then the poor pass, but Bartel recovers well. That was interesting. I think it was a poor shot that looked like a pass, but it gets cleared away, but we're thankfully back on the ball. Merck, Garcia this time. Oh, to the soothing tunes of McFly, we make it 1-0. Lovely stuff. The goal's been coming, and thankfully it is to us, because we've definitely, stats-wise, been the better team. Mannix Merck just continues to pull the strings out there like a tampon thief. And lovely finish that. Going old school Spencer FC there. And we make it 1-0. Pablo Garcia, the captain. So thankfully, I've got a lead. Barcelona have just got a lead at exactly the same time. That doesn't seem suspicious at all. Does it, Football Manager? In fact, their goal was 2 minutes later, which seems even more dodgy. And there's a very late highlight, which is 2-1 now. Malaga have got a goal back, so I suppose it could be worse. But a real pre-halftime highlight. We've got the ball, but I don't think we've got enough time. This feels like a waste of time highlight, especially after that pass. Simeone lets it go past his father, and it's 1-0 to Betis at half-time. So, look, playing pretty well there. We're very, very dominant, but the scoreline could be nicer. Gomez is going pretty fairly at left wing. Pons has been decent when we've used him, but this is a pretty big game. I might chuck Garcia out there and put Mavambo out right. Those are probably our two best players given what we can do at the moment. I think Garcia's okay. Yeah. He's probably... We could go with two wide forwards, which might be a bit interesting here. Doesn't really make a difference, does it, for Garcia? How does he look as a winger? Sorry, we're just going to figure this out on him. His teamwork's not great, so we might go dueling wide forwards here. So Gomez not going well is a slight issue, but I'm pretty happy with how we're playing, actually. Definitely need to find another gear to take charge of this game. And crack into it, guys, please. No more drop points at home. The couple against Real Sociedad, that was enough. It's already a bit annoying. Okay, Barca now thumping Malaga, which, to be fair, expected is Malaga. We've got up to 1 XG, so we are matching 8 XG. It just feels like with 17 shots, that is a quite low XG at the moment. Sevilla still 1-0 over Real Madrid, but it's one of those things, if that holds, then hopefully start to forget about those guys as title contenders, even though they beat us, because they're dropping points in too many other games. A couple of guys tired, but they're playing quite well, the ones who are getting a little bit tight. I might take off Varsiv on a 6.5, given the fact we've only had so many shots on target from the shots. That's probably a good sub, so we'll do that. 21 shots, 4 on target. I think we can maybe blame the striker for that at the moment. I'd demand more here. We're going only fairly. Now Garcia's knackered, so we will have to now go to the other option of Pons. There he is. Right, so Pons comes on. Hopefully it's not going to be a disaster. Or we could go Merc. Cancel that. Well, is Murky looking out there as a winger? Pretty freaking good, just quietly. And then we get Simoy's on. Might have a go at that. A little bit of a switcheroo. Shuffling the deck around a little bit here, but when you've got injuries, oh, 80 minutes. Right, I've got a throw in. I was just about to start time wasting, but hopefully we can score here. Makes me wanna die. Oh, Simo is nice for Mamambo. There we go. It's Menix Merc. It's a lot of the bench players involved there before. The Lord and Saviour Menix Merc. He's gone to left wing and he's scoring goals, which, I mean, it's not too surprising, is it? Expect him to score more there, wouldn't you, really, compared to central midfield? But Mavambo to Merc. For some reason, they've given him all the space in the world there, and thankfully they haven't pulled up RPM there because it looked like he was offside. But 2-0. We've finally put this game to bed, and Atletico Madrid don't look like much chop, thankfully. So we will still do a little bit of time wasting, but not as much as I was going to. And we'll keep an eye on fitness as well with one more stoppage. Oh, we're going to start to put a hurting on them now. Larray taking the set piece with no Garcia, which is always interesting. Your tallest player taking the set piece. Merc back to Bartle. Eriksson lets one rip. Tipped wide there by Keller. And that will do it for now. Again, oh, no. I was going to say, we're getting quite late. Probably could make my last couple of subs here. And now that Merc's in the Red Bull, do it after this highlight, I think. Or, especially if you make it free. Hondo block shots. Larray comes up though, keeps us on the front foot nicely. The Nielsen, can he? Oh, I like the dribbling, but the shot was over. Now let's get some. We'll get Pons on this time, and Abubakar's probably the young guy needing some minutes, so we'll get him on it right back for these last couple of subs. But really, just for the sake of making subs now, give the young lad some minutes. But it looks like Sevilla are going to beat Real Madrid. Barca, though, pumping Malaga. So, no favour there. But 2-0, and that's one of the more convincing 2-0 wins you'll see, I'd say. Thankfully, that one chance they had, the striker fluffed it big time in Toure, who's in fact a left wing back. So maybe that's why. A 6.2, he was the weak link. But let me just do this, because I suppose in case people join, I'll do the fantasy things that I need to. And boom, we are good to go. But that is a very nice win. Good win. A few more goals. I'll tell you I was very happy because we were well on top there, guys. But it's a win. That's the main thing. We've actually got a week-long gap now for the first time in freaking ages. General play was very pleasing. Robin Reed. It's still a great journalist name, that. Yeah, very happy with that. And I don't want to put a jinx on it. Right, so we've got a 3-point gap on top, but really it's probably a 1-point gap with Barca's game in hand. Real Madrid are 8 points behind us. That is a good margin, just over a quarter of the way through the season, especially given they beat us with a late winner. That could easily be a bit more in our favour. And also that late equaliser to Real Sociedad, but that's less relevant to them. Right, let me just do the stuff on that side and apply the pointies, but we'll keep going. Shouldn't need to rest players here actually. PSG can go do one. Clean sheet, yes, and apply those points. Oh, what error? Okay, hold on. Unexpected end of JSON. What's a JSON? Right, let me close that and try it again. Right, we'll go. I think it'll be saved. Go to live controls. Paste the screenshot. Read the step. Right, we'll try it again. Anyway, yeah, shock is that Athletic Bilbao have been beaten. I think we might play them later on, so that's not too bad. Oh, I didn't do this. I was too busy at work. Right, sorry. We'll do it in small stints. Might be the way to do it today. In case fixtures change, but just get on top of this early. It's a bit of a weird build-up, but whatever. Make sure that these guys are actually recovering, though, instead of doing anything too wild. Chuck another match tactic and get this recovery day sorted, and then we can crack on a bit more. I do have a decent little gap there too after what was that? UDA. Almeria? Yeah. A bit of a gap after that. Coaching advice, anything important here? Yes, Simoes can start to do some training. Yeah, sure. Yep, sure. That seems fair. We'll do all that stuff. Scouting, we probably know about these guys. Yep, so let's just see if there's any awful players amongst them that we should be getting off the shortlist. Like that guy's probably not quite our quality now. The White Star, he's only 3 stars. We can't be dealing with people that poor. Hugo Larson. But Espanyol up next. So this is interesting because they do sit second. But Keith Smith, I think they've got some handy players. Now, if I do it this time, is it going to work? Do I need to unlock it? Will it help? No. Okay. How do I log out? There we go. Try this. No, I'll tell you what, we're just going to bin off FantasyFM then. If it's not going to work like that, we will just... But it has updated my points. Okay. We'll just... whatever. I think we're not going to bother with that too much more. Porto. A lone player's won the Ballon d'Or. Or at least he was a lone player. How mental is that? I've never seen a player on loan win the Ballon d'Or before. Man United have done quite well. They're actually picking up for 13 million then. But he's Uruguayan. I mean, sure. Sure. That's a bit wild, but sure. Ballon d'Or winner. Cool. I mean, we won the Champions League, but just ignore all our players. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, it's definitely a new one, that. player who was on loan and then got sold wins the Ballon d'Or. His stats are quite good, but still, he's playing for clubs that aren't doing a lot, so I'm not exactly sure how that's gone down. Anyway, right, there we go. Under 19s, I picked up a good win. Kim got second in Asian Footballer of the Year. Oh, unlucky, Kim. Unlucky. Or international, anyway. Who's this guy? Should we scout him? He's quite spency, but we might scout him just in case. And this guy as well, maybe. Although he is old, but we'll still scout him. The Japanese striker. But our centre-back comes up there. That's good. And I think... Oh, hold on. Young Footballer of the Year. Junwoo Jin, of course he is. Oh, tell you what, I love these. Love that arrow. Straight up. 19-area reach. Can't say that about most Koreans. Oh, I've just seen what's come up here. It's not too bad. Okay. We'll get away with that, thankfully, for Romantic Smirk. That was a little bit scary, but we'll get away with it. We'll start to inch our way towards this game, which we've got Bayern off the back of it. So they're quite big games back to back, these, so we can't really do a lot of rotating or anything. We will be relatively strong favourites, but on the road, these guys are going all right. So, yeah, I should really keep an eye on injuries as well, actually. Some of the guys we've got out at the moment. Gigamya is now on that. So let's get him on to rehab. Cheers, FM, for being crystal clear about his injury. Now you are. Awesome. Yeah, Aguilera is still out long term. 3 days for Barragan, which to be fair is a minor. But we do have quite a few injuries at the moment. So if we can get through this stint. And okay, Nick, we'll be doing pretty well. Roll, so I better result that prediction that we had to. And do another one with this next game on the road this time. As we head to Espanyol. So if you're on Twitch, you can try and earn some fans. Geez, looks like we're in a nice touch now, so that's good. What's he moaning about now, Lozolo? Bro, you do this every couple of weeks and it gets tiring. Kim, please talk to him. No, okay. Oh, he's got really good potential, but boy, he moans. Boy, he moans, this bloke. I'm giving him, he's the third choice centre back. You got to start developing on that current ability rating, mate. Otherwise, you seemed a bit down. Look, I'm pretty sure a squad player, but what happened to the thing where I can say probably gonna be better off like just accepting a lesser role that's not there? I suppose we'll say a loan. I'll try and loan them out, but the window's not open, so it's gonna be hopeless. So just like at the start of the season, he is now loan listed. Thankfully, we've still got 30 million if we need to bring an extra centre back, but yeah, not ideal. Not ideal. He's a big moaner, Oh, I'll tell you what, the timing there was almost impeccable. He might have injured Kim while he was trying to resolve his unhappiness to make sure he got more playing time. He didn't do a good enough job. So, although he might have, because he might actually have to start this game. He might have done a sneaky on us here, Lazzolo. What am I going to do with this team? I don't think Kim can play now. Javi Pazos is alright. Who's the other centre back? Salas. 1.99. Tell you what, he'll do on the bench for this next game. Move to the senior squad. Right. More injuries. Love it. We did get him on rehab, didn't we? And Merck's back tomorrow. Berrigan, he's a backup goalie. That's okay. And you are 11 days to 3 weeks. Right. Fun times. Sneaky Lazzolo. Oh, now here be it. Dude. We haven't had a cup comp properly yet. Can you guys just stop being such little moaners? Unable. Of course you weren't. Here be it. I mean, you've only got mid potential these days anyway, honestly. What happened to the thing where I can tell them about the role I want to reduce it to? Clean break. Yep. Right. There we go. Called his bluff. The little wimp. Okay. I've tried that before with Lazzolo. It didn't end well, so I didn't want to do it there, but this time. Back myself. Eventually. We've got a result. Right. That's one less moaner. Everyone's training the house down too. So now that people have aired their frustrations, things have improved. Whole week to train probably would have helped with this as well, actually. There's some good ratings there. Some very good ratings on this training. I rate that highly. Oh, money, lovely. 20 odd million, thank you. We'll take that. Is that going to my transfer budget? Probably not. We're like at 150 in debt, aren't we? Somehow. Right, so what's gone on here? Champions League TV rights. It's already started, but sure. Another. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Give it to us. The defending champions. We need all the money. Still need to do the name fix. Merck. Great month. 4 goals, 4 assists, 4 matches. Oh, he dedicates it to me. Lovely. We get manager of the month. It's been a little while since we won one of these, so about time. Acknowledge me. Should probably pause the music for that. Oh, we've got a global rep now too. Ooh, we're so big time. We are so big time. Fiada. Okay, is he our doff, is he? Sure, he's our doff, okay. He's turned professional. The young Malaysian winger. We like supporting the lesser nations here. We've got a Kiwi winger and a Malaysian one. Now there's a fair few guys here on the on the fitness test list. It's going to be an interesting matchup, actually. And here we go. So, team selection. Who's unavailable? You're not quite ready, Kim? So, a little bit of a banged up team. Lazzolo's going to start here alongside Luray. Don't want to play Vidic because we play him in games and he gets extra year on his contract. I want to get rid of him. So we'll go Lazzolo in for... Oh. Okay, my headphones just died there for some reason. Or disconnect. Is the stream working? It must be working. It's a very odd one. Let's go back again. See if this helps. No, okay, that was just weird. Spotify cut out for some reason. But yeah, Lenovo comes in. Otherwise, the same team that started that win over Atletico Madrid, and hopefully get a good result here before Bayern in the Champions League. So Espanyol here, they've changed their team quite a bit. I think they had a cup game though, that might be why. But let's hopefully keep showing the media why we're good. Potential banana skin here. Espanyol have had a good start to the season. Tina Clit. How's your team able to put together such an impressive recent run away from home? No secret. Goals are good. Hopefully we play well. Right, here we go. Let's hopefully get a result here. It's on paper our toughest game for a little while. Top of the table clash. At least until Barca. Actually, no, Barca are above them now. Okay, so they must have played a catch-up game midweek. So not quite top of the table, but close to it. Barca are going to be hoping that they're kind of neighbours. It's like a Espanyol club to Barcelona, isn't it? So it must be in the general region. Help them out here. And we are underway at Espanyol. Tricky little game this before we host Bayern, as Barca have beaten Sevilla 4-1. Okay, they just played the game before us, but that's still that was a game I was hoping we might get some help from, actually. So that's not encouraging. Okay, start to this. Well, Gomez has got a yellow, so it's not great. But pretty quiet opening. Starting to try and put some pressure on them. Getting more shots off, but not a lot of XG for either team, to be fair. Pretty dull affair, this one so far. Demand more. Merck on a 6.4. Ooh, Gomez a 6.4. So, I mean, 6.3 now. We might chuck Merck out to left wing here, actually. Like, kind of worked in the previous game. And give Simoes a run in midfield. And, I mean, to be fair, they're both in pretty good nick where they play. But we'll just make that switch. And hopefully get something going. Garcia's actually not going that well either, so we'll give all pace, not much else. Mavamba run at right wing as well, so a couple of changes. A little bit of an average half that though, which we don't want, because if we draw this, then Barca would get the chance to go above us with a game in hand. Better in front of goal. I think it's a fair half-time talk. Right. A couple of changes. Let's hope we get something out of it here. Oh, that was a little bit fancy from Merck, but it's come off, at least at the moment. Tell you what, this could be a brilliant start to the sub. Oh, it is! What a goal! Simoes, fresh off the bench. Mavamba and Merck at left wing. It's all the changes. Managerial masterpiece, that. Mannix Merck, it's not the greatest ball, but they've left Mavamba open. Heads it down for Simoes. Good hit that. Into the left corner. And we take a 1-0 lead just after half time. Absolute touch of gold, that. Now don't stuff it up. After all that, we don't need to concede a soft goal now. These strikers might be better than what Atletico Madrid had, because I saw that Traore hasn't scored for ages in one of the post-matchy things. Oh, good tackle. Oh, not the flag. That's a bit cheesy. Oh, that was lucky. Smith. Luckily it was him, because he's a DM from memory. / centre back. Blasted over. No, centre mid. Okay. Plays a bit further forward than I thought. These guys are properly copying our tactic, aren't they, a little bit? Quite a few similar roles. But we get away with it. Still got a 1-0 lead. Leray, Bartle. Nice ball over the top for Merck, who we're going to have to sub at some stage. He's going to get knackered and we want him for Bayern, but that Champions League final rematch. But, oh, he's pulling the strings at the moment. Varsev gets it saved from point blank range. He's a little bit out of form. Whoop. Okay, I was about to praise there, but we've got a free kick, which Varsev will take. Needs to do something here. He's only on a 6.5. It's headed away, so not looking likely, but Eriksen's going to tidy it up for us. Over the top for Merck. Back to Nielsen, who takes on the long ranger over the post. Right, do we sub some players here? Nielsen's a bit tired, not going great. So we get Molina on, and Varsev isn't tired, but 6.46. So RPM on. I think our other sub here might end up being Merck or Bartle. We'll have to figure it out. But we've got a lead, so we can't be too displeased. As Merck now takes a set piece. And it is headed away. I nearly thought that might be a handball, the way that just slowed down briefly, but no. Leray, oh, Merck. Mannix Merck can't quite curve it round. He's missed. He's human. Unbelievable. And Merck is knackered, so we're going to have to take him off here. And that will be for Pons. So a slight risk. A bit of a difference in quality, but hopefully get away with it. Let's all fresh legs down that left-hand side, I suppose. With him and Molina, but a highlight just as that sub's gone through. Eriksen to Mavambo. All gas, no brakes, and no brains as well with that pass apparently, because it was awful. Oh, the opposition are missing some good chances in both games they're playing tonight so far. That I would have expected to be 1-1, so we get away with that. Evening, Simon. Morning to you, I guess. Hope you're doing well. Well, come on in. It's big first versus third clash in the LaLiga, where we have been well on top, but only 1-0. It's very similar to the previous game. Why am I not time wasting? That's a good question. So we'll do a bit of that. Probably lower our tempo too, actually. Just quietly go back to how we were playing in the Invincible season. Just about to start work. Oh, lovely. Yeah, I'll be a great background. So you make sure you hang around. Soothing tones-ish. Something like that. A 1-0 win. Thanks to that Simwere's goal, the 3 changes we made at halftime, all combining straight from the restart. So that was good. We hold our lead over Barca with their game in hand. Right, now let me just sort this out. See if this fantasy thing's going to work, or if I just bin it off completely because no one else is playing it, to be fair. But there we go. Goal keeps it a good game. Leray, Bartle, obviously Simwere's got the goal off the bench. I will just have a little go at them for that, but probably slightly harshly. Okay, it is actually working. It's just not updating like it usually does. So, right, so the fantasy is working. It's just not doing things as much as it should. So I'll put the stuff back up here in case people want to join. Right, yeah, we need to build on it. Enrique's brother. You must be delighted with the impact. Yep, always good when a sub scores, especially when the other sub assists. And yeah, oh, how did Real lose to Atletico Madrid? So they're well in our rear view now, Real Madrid. If Alonso lasts much longer, I'll be shocked. 11 points behind us already. So it's really us and Barcelona this season. Not Gigamiani's injured, but the rest of you guys can get a bit of a breaky. And let's go forward into this big Champions League game. Bayern, a rematch from last year. The final, which we won 3-0. Oh, Sarah O'Donoghue's popped up. Where is she these days? Umia IK. What is... like Finland or Denmark? It's got one of those Scandinavian vibes. One of our former players back at the Jets. Hence why she's Her Royal Highness before the name. But yeah, Barca are looking quite dangerous at the moment. Even though we bashed them 4-0. Nwaneri, former Ballon d'Or winner, is definitely missing this game, so that could help us. Still a bit wild that the bloke who was on loan from Valencia to Porto's won a Ballon d'Or. But anyway, because they certainly did not win the Champions League last season. That was definitely us. Only cost Man United 13 million to sign him, which in hindsight, brilliant business from Man United, something you don't say often. But very odd that a lone player winning the Ballon d'Or from Uruguay in a Euros year. Okay, under 19 staff, we don't care about that. Okay. We must know about him because he's on our shortlist. Same with this guy, Verts, picking up awards. Yes, Merck. Kim, so a couple of guys just coming back from injury. So we can do that. To be fair, Lozolo's gone all right there, I just realised. Because we did have to drop him for that previous game because he was injured. Or take him out, not drop's the wrong term. So Salas can go back down to under 19s. Zolo should be up there. Who else? He's still out for a little while, but our backup goalkeeper's good, so that's ideal. Right. Kick on a bit more. So we're in a good spot. We're in firmly inside the top 8. Bayern are 1 point behind us. We're at home. Our backup striker's injured. Not ideal, but hopefully he'll be okay. And let's keep getting forward towards this big Champions League game, the final rematch, which we won, and we're at home, so in theory this should be easier. He says quite doubtfully. Celta Vigo beat Santander. That's not that big a spectacle result. And a day until the game. Right, I'll get a prediction going for this one. We are at home. Do I have Bayern on here? Surely I do. No, I don't. Okay. Do some typing. Goodness me. Prediction is now live on Twitch if you want to try and earn some channel points. Oh, Shaun. Right. Yeah, Lizzo wants to loan the little whinger. Team instructions, they need to bypass the press. That's not super surprising. Under 19s are playing the house down. Aston Villa draw with Monaco. Inter finally won a game, the pre-tournament favourites. Barca have bet Rosenborg, which I think Real Madrid couldn't do, or someone big couldn't do. And here we go. We've got a few right fitness tests, but we should be all right. I think I know who we're going to play in this one. Quick save because it's been a little while. Yeah. Come on, fellas, rock our bodies. Champions League final rematch. Tell you what, quietly, this might be more hype song than Champions League anthem. So Kim comes back in. Still missing. RPM is not really fit, is he? So it'll be a bit of a risk given that Vasev's not in great form. Who have we got now? Under 19s, who's a striker. Except for the guy who's already in the team because he's also a striker. Reed can play this tournament. Right. Senior Scotland, Jakey Reed, in for RPM you come. Lovely. We can do that. And he's an actual guy who can do the defensive side, unlike Pons. So we've got a few youth options here. And we can chuck Mavambo up top too. So it's not too bad. Simways are still working back to full fitness. So we'll go with this team. Hopefully Merck continues his great, just all-round form. And Pablo Garcia. And to be fair, Varsiev has been pretty good most of the season. But we'll go with the top. I mean, it's Champions League. Obviously, we're going top team. Let's hope we can do what we did in the final. Jake Reed wants 11. No chance. What's 11 in Kiwi? 11. Lemon? What's what number looks like a lemon? 90. There you go. That kind of looks like a lemon. He's not going to play very often. I love my Kiwi Messi, but he's not going to play very often. Let's be honest. He probably won't even come on the game, the bench. In this, it's a handy team. Handy little team, that one from Bayern. Musiala's still there. Yildiz. Boadi. Adebolo in goal. I got Seaman on the bench, which is an interesting sentence. What else they got here? Yeah, don't getting a few too many new gens at this point, aren't we? Anyway, put on the show, all that sort of stuff that seems to work moderately well here. And Norberto, daughter. Both teams carry some decent recent form. Your big challenge, hope you're up for it. I'm proud of the defensive record, and I think it'll be a big battle and come down to who does the little things best right. In we go. The final rematch, Betis Bayern. Arnie slots Bayern. Not a massive surprise we bet them in the Champions League final in hindsight, but anyway. The rematch you didn't know you needed. Backstreet's back into the Champions League anthem. Us and our team uniforms. Bayern actually licensed. What an amphitheatre we've got here in Betis for this one. Let me get underway. The final rematch from last year. The defending champions Betis against the dominant force in Germany, Bayern. And Bayern try and get something going. Thankfully, that header actually found its way to Eriksson because that direction was looking a bit hairy for a while. Gets it back. Kim, Basel, the Nielsen. In for the injured Gigamian. Gomez. In for the injured Aguilera. Vasiev pulls it wide. Not in good touch at the moment. Of course, Aguilera had a big hand in that Champions League final last season. Pretty sure he's man of the match. So, big miss there for Betis. homegrown Gomez out there instead. And a couple of big additions in Junwoo and Eriksson at the back from that final. Good start from us, to be fair. That 1xG. Got to make the most of that. Got to make the most of that. Is a team we bet 6-1 last game, is beating PSG 1-0. And we are now on the attack. Been a good start from us in this game without any reward yet. The one big chance that Vasi have put wide, but we camp inside the Bayern half. Nielsen to Gomez. Start to play a brief bit of liquid football. Maybe it's happening again. Oh, that is so soft. What is Palmer doing? Gomez was getting nowhere near that. Absolute dum-dum. Call him Davey Warner. That was silly. And it's a penalty. Of course it is. He would have got nowhere near that. And a chance. Who's on penalties? It's still Garcia. It's still Garcia. Goodness me, that was dum-dum from Palmer. And Garcia to give us a 1-0 lead that we probably deserve, but not like that. And we get it. 1-0. That was just... How dumb was that from them? Seriously. That might be an insta-sub if I was them. But thankfully Adebolu goes the wrong way and we take a 1-0 lead. And on paper, a very difficult fixture. But at the moment, we're looking quite good. One more goal would be nice, though, with our 2xG. Obviously bumped up largely from the pen, but still. We've clearly, stats-wise, been the better team here. Eriksson. Oh, okay, he went to Merck. Garcia. Oh, he's dancing. Merck, back to Eriksson. Ondo! There's the goal I was after. Quick fire double. 2-0 Betis. Oh, Arnie Slot. Da. You are in the mud, son. Another one who's getting outdone by Moya. Sorry, I mispronounced. How do I mispronounce that? Anyway, 2-0. But that is a very handy double, given our dominance without reward before then. So, we've got our cushion goal. Always nice. And now we go looking for free, maybe. Ondo in the box. Oh, Palmer's at a nibble there again. Didn't bring him down. Oh, that would have been cheek. He's going to score anyway. And I think the stats are wrong because it said 2 goals in 4 matches before, but Ondo's got a double. If he scored the first one, scenes, because this was very cheeky, the back heel or the side flick, but on the rebound, bangs it home. Bayern are in all sorts here. They're 3-0 down before half time. Getting absolutely battered. 3 goals in 8 minutes. All from that silly penalty that Palmer gave away. And that is a horrific pass out to the Yildiz there from Musiala. Merck finds Garcia. Eriksson. One of the new signings this season at Betis. Looking good at right back. Bartel in there for Manix. Merck. Oh, he's too good. The star man does it again. The German midfielders combine against the big team from their home nation and make it 4-0. Clinical, efficient, like you normally associate from a German team from this Betis outfit. 4-0, 39 minutes in. Will Slot survive this? The 4-2-3-1 getting destroyed here by Betis. Most players are fit. Not changing a thing. brilliantly. Keep going, fellas. They have rung the changes. He's at a temper tantrum as slot. And that bloke's just given us the ball, so that won't help it. There's Wu Jin. Hoofs that one deep. Yildiz heads it forward. Why is Eriksson not checked for that? Anyway, now we get away with it. Headed out to Gomez. We might be able to give some guys a rest here, which is extreme luxury. But as long as we can get to like the hour mark still with a 4-goal lead or even more, we'll be laughing here. There's Garcia to Merck. Out to Gomez. Wins it in the air. Wadi gets it to Nielsen. Merck. Garcia. Oh, it's going to fall for Vasev. Adebolu's just put it wide. Very unconvincingly. Tell you what, Vasev, you better start scoring goals here. We might take Gomez off with our left wing issues. We'll give... I know I said we wouldn't play him. Can't help it now. Jake Reed. Betis debut against Bayern. The New Zealander. Up the upper hut. Well, also... Oh, I've only got... Okay, we might wait for one more to drop down to yellow. Now we've got it. Right, we're going to manage fitness here, which is a bit of a mental thing against Bayern, but we've got a 4-goal lead. So, Habir and Mavambo can come on and DM and right wing respectively. They might not enjoy Mavambo with his 20 agility. Okay, PSG have turned around that scoreline against Benfica, which is slightly disappointing. Ondo's on a hat-trick, so I don't really want to take him off here. Both our wing-backs are tired, but we've got a corner with Reed. That's not great from you, mate. Might need a bit more time in the oven, you might. That sort of play, but we get it back, luckily. Nielsen to Reed, who has got out to his correct side, so that was a bit of a weird set piece. Kim. Eriksson, Mavambo. Oh, he's through here. Was Vasev on? I'm not sure. I think Mavambo should have taken that shot on himself. Although, maybe I'm completely wrong. I am. 5-0. So just ignore what I'm saying. I thought he was well off here, Vasev. And it is a very close call, but probably correct. Give you a nice boost here to our goal differential, if nothing else. 5-0. Two more subs we can make. I think we give Merck a rest and get Samoyers on. Or actually, I might give Calvo a run here. And both our wing backs are kind of in need of a game here. Abubakar's the younger one, so we'll give Eriksson a rest. But this is a peddling. No way to hide around the fact here for Mr. Slot. He's just taking this like a little, well, like a school child from the principal. It's like the good old ruler back in the day. Just lined up and crack. Or so I heard. As we make our way into injury time, but this is a hammering. Last two times Bayern have played this Betis team, combined scoreline of 8-0. Might be about to get worse too. Habir's got space, doesn't quite dip in time. Ondo is following it in. He wanted the hat-trick. As Adebolu takes this short. Hopefully something is happening here, because don't need a minute and a half of end of game highlight. Are we gonna save some money on clean sheet bonuses? Not by the looks of it. Reed to Ondo. Hat-trick hunting. Plays out to Mavambo. That pass is a little bit off. Oh, it's a nice little touch there from Bayern in the 91st minute when they're 5-0 down. They spray this out left to Yildiz. Oh, good touch on that from Wu Jin though. wants to keep his clean sheet bonus. The little bigger. And we win 5-0. Absolute peddling. And it is Ondo who's the best rating out of anyone in that. But lots of green. Mavambo with an assist off the bench. Jake Reed, okay in his debut. But hey, it's a 5-0 over Bayern. Very, very happy with that, fellas. Very, very happy with that. And Carlos Solorio from Theia Sports. Why do you guys spell things weird? Look, it's an immense result. It's got on his locker. Yeah. Wasn't that good a goal? What we scored? Probably better goals than that. We're up to second. And we're joint with the likes of Spurs. Actually, no, we're not. They're perfect. Joint with the likes of Liverpool, who must have done something late in their game. Roma beat Real Madrid. Tell you what, Alonso's in deep trouble here. They're 13th and they're struggling in the league. Alonso's in deep trouble. But that's a very, very nice performance there. Got to be stoked with that. We've got one more game before a little break. And you take that, Arnie. You cannot be in a good spot now, can you? I can't tell. How have you got the same rep as me? I've won. I'm sure I've won more than you as a manager at this point. But let's rest some guys. Doesn't really matter about Jake Reed, so do that, and beef of those guys should be fine. So Jake Reed is gonna have to come out now. What can we do for this one? RPM should be back, so that's okay. So that's what we do. In fact, it's already there because he's way down there. So we'll do that. It's easy peasy. But Almeria before a break. So let's just finish off this nice little run we're on. And happy days. And there is the fantasy. If people still want to get involved, it is working actually. It's just not the chatbot thing isn't. I've figured out. Okay, that guy's got a qualification. Cool. And we'll pay out on the Twitch prediction, Shaun. Absolute shellacking. And Almeria, we've got before the break. Right, we are at home as well. Lovely. 12 players called up. Holy cow. Okay. So a fair few players there. A lot of youth ones. Almeria, not a good touch, so hopefully can get the better of them here. And certainly hope so after a freaking 5-0 over Bayern. Be pretty disappointed if you can't beat these guys. So the prediction is now live on Twitch. If you want to try and earn some points, the former JDT manager under pressure at Santander. Wonder what he actually did. We'll just check that actually, just while we're looking at him, because he did used to bully me around a bit. He came straight from JDT. Fair play. He stuck there in Malaysia while I went Newcastle and Tokyo before I got a better job offer. So I probably did it the better way around, because it looks like he might be in a bit of trouble. Escomunes or Munoz. Oh, I'll tell you what, the youth team are beating Aston Villa. We're in a good spot here. Very good spot here. Another injury though. And 9 to 12 days. I suppose it's not a horrific time for it with a break coming after this, but it does mean that we are now extremely light at left back. Under 19s, who's a left back? William, you're definitely the left back. You are absolutely cooked, but you are the left back. You're actually someone I would have not minded to play a bit more this season, but we couldn't sell Molina. Now, rest you, please, for... we'll try and get a day rest into you. We're playing tomorrow. Jeez, that's a quickish backup. Is what it is, though, right? Tactical advice. Yeah, okay, we play through the press this time. The way we play when we bypass the press is very tempting just to leave that. Seem to cut teams open a bit more. The good ones, anyway. But a bit of training praise, keeping the morale high. Which should be absolutely flying through the roof at the moment. Oh, that's actually a game where we could get some help as well. Could being the key word, but Atleti on their day capable. Away from home, maybe not so much, but they did beat Real Madrid before, so it's the only team we've lost to, so you never know. But Atletico going to Barca, the team closest to us with a game in hand, that could be worth keeping an eye out on here. On this match day. Hopefully a nice move for us here before we go into the break. And the Sociedad go 2 behind, but now they've played one more game. A couple more players. That's right. The Nielsen's got called out for Brazil. That feels new. Is he any good? Oh, yes he is. Okay. Who does he play? Striker. He's not awful. It's probably better than RPM, actually. Just quite might have to think about that if he gets a bit grumpy. We'll do a quick save. All right. Game time. Almeria. These guys, a little break. Then we get Athletic Bilbao. And then Arsenal. Which was the bare minimum for today because I put it in the thumbnail. So, let's crack into it. Not in great form. Fitness test, really. Not sure why. He's not recommended for selection, and Manel's nearly getting fit, so we'll get him on some rehab. Aguilera is 3 to 6 weeks out. Molina 5 to 11 days. So we are getting closer at that left back area. He is really not good for them, so we'll try not to use him. Let's go into the match. We are really low at left back here. Hopefully it's not going to be an issue. But what's this team looking like, Almeria? There's not a lot there, honestly. So hopefully we thump these guys. The good old recent praise worked a tree against Bayern. We'll do that again. Same team, more or less. Let's do the same thing. I'm only concerned with the future, maybe, Bella. Psychological advantage, not too sure. I'm going to play well in every match. No, did we lose to these guys last time? How did that happen? Better not happen this time, especially at home. Going a 4-2-3-1, which is a very popular Spanish formation. And hopefully you can just make sure we're going to sit top of the table before the break, which would be fair. I think we would be anyway. But make sure that if Barca have a game in hand, it's not going to put us a bit on edge. The main thing. And here we go. At the venue, we dismantle Bayern 5-0. We take on Almeria. surely some points at home here. I'd be very disappointed if it's not the case. It'll take us a little while to get going in that Bayern game, so we won't panic. That bit of a slow start here. It was when that silly player of theirs pushed our guy in the back when he wouldn't have got to the ball. That's when it started to explode. Oh, Garcia! It's a good save from Piersman, partially injured goalkeeper. Hello, that's an interesting choice. As Merck fires it into the mixer, headed away there by Afro Man for them, or Pele, to be exact. We don't do a lot from set pieces, to be fair here. There's Merck, Bartel, Linelson. Bartel, oh, he's got space. I don't know if that counts. I was trying to reverse curse it, and it kind of worked. Didn't it? 1-0. We've sort of scored from a corner. Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry, I can't watch it from the corner before the corner, FM. Why are highlights so mucked up this year, eh? It is the exact reason there's no videos on YouTube that are outside the live streams this year. Because it takes so long to put stuff together. It's not worth it. So dumb. How do they get the highlights right for every FM previously, at least that I've played, and it's just so off this year? Oh, Vasev's gonna probably grab a sec, make it 2. It looked okay. Or not. Keeper's got lucky there because it's all on him. That's all on him. He's got away with that, Piersman. He is off, but given that he's just dropped that cold, I feel like that's a little bit harsh. But anyway, probably technically correct. 1-0 still. Stinker from Piersman, but he gets away with it. Bale and Merck. Okay, we do have a couple of tired boys out here, so might have to keep an eye on that, but would like a cushion goal before we maybe tinker with things. One more before the half, fellas, come on. For us, not for them. There we go. Right. Merck. Probably a half-time highlight, but let's see. That's headed away. Almeria, chip it clear to bring the first half to a close. Their manager's really trying to get down that tunnel early. No one's playing badly, so that's good. Some slightly tired guys. But I'll try and leave them out at the moment. We've got a break after this, so we can work with it. Doing well, but take it up to another gear, boys. That's what we want this time. And hopefully get an early goal this half, and not with a pass like that, Merck. But yeah, get that cushion goal and I can start taking fellas off a bit more confidently. Getting a lot of corners here. I'm not sure what that advice was there from the assistant. I just X'd because it said we're surprisingly ahead given we're struggling to get shots off. I would like to look at the stats after that. 20 shots. What are you talking about, you fool? He does have the Man United gene from a couple of years back, doesn't he? He has just got no idea, the assistant, sometimes. Oh, well, okay, we nearly scored from a set piece that time. But not quite putting the nail in the coffin here. We'll demand more just quickly. We should really have a 2-goal lead, guys. It's threatening to be a game where we kind of blow it a little bit. So Ericsson to Garcia keeps it, thankfully. Merck, Garcia, tell you what, he had space there. Bartle, oh, tell you what, he's moving all right for an injured goalkeeper, Petersman. And Bartle's a bit cooked after that shot, so we'll get him off at Hibia. Best player on the field at the moment, so that's a slight concern. We'll get Vasev off for RPM too. He's just so-so at the moment. Fresh legs up top. With lots of shots, we should have more goals, so a different striker might help. As might a different left winger. Now, we might go off the Garcia out left and the Mavambo out right option here. And a couple more. Right, we've got 2 subs, so we'll do them now. Merck will get somewheres on for you, and I think it's a Boubacar for Ericsson, yes. So, don't have to use the left back sub, which is quite nice because we were really there. But we are trying to put these guys away, but just can't quite do it. So we'll just start time wasting a little bit. I do think we struggle to score goals as much when we... balance. Come on. Oh no, it hasn't worked. If we can see an equaliser here, I'll be a bit dirty. With all the chances we've had. And the one that got disallowed, albeit that's probably correct. Oh no, we're fine, okay. Weird option, that FM, for a thing to show. Actually, lower the tempo too. We'll praise now instead, because I suppose we're winning, but I'm not stoked with how we're doing this. 31 shots, fellas. I'm glad we haven't got FM'd anyway. 1-0, we'll take the dub, but that was a bit scratchy, let's be honest. Good performances from the defenders, which is surprising because they didn't have a lot to do. And Bartle got the goal. So interesting. I'll put that. Yeah, got to win. Not playing as well as we can. So we'll take that. Do that. And do the Betis. Someone predicted it. That would have been a slightly hairy watch, actually. We get the result. Yeah, I learnt a lot, not really. But 1-0. So for the moment, a 5-point gap. But of course, Barca, with those games in hand, we'll see if maybe we get some help from Atletico Madrid. But I will rest these guys here, actually, and just make sure that they have a good first week of their break. Actually, I might do it for most players, especially the starters anyway. Most of them are. We'll give Vasev a good 5-day gap as well. Yeah. The other guys not so much, but just try and nurse them early in the international break. I'm trying to say it. So just a 1 week off here, really. Pons has got a call up. I suppose it's not surprising. He's scored a LaLiga goal this season. But we should get some cavalry back after this break. Just got to keep an eye on them. Just got to keep an eye on the injury rehab. That's a very helpful result. So we unofficially are 3 points clear now, not just one, because Barca held by Atletico. So they have helped us out. So we're looking a little bit more comfy on top now, which is nice. We've got the goal 50, so we'll do a bit of Bit of scout work there. But there's a very, very handy result, that one there. 78th minute. Vaca. What a good little Vaca he is. Right. On we go. Sort out the recovery for that. These next couple of games. We'll have a quick backup, won't we? I might just do a tactics. We don't want to go too hard there. And that. And I'll do that game as well, just in case we get to it tonight, which... just to make sure that we're all good. And I'll make sure I sort the rest out before tomorrow's stream. Yeah, right. Harmon, how's he doing, our lonely goalkeeper? Pretty nicely. Pretty nicely there at Deportivo La Coruña. It was a good little one-to-kid purchase. Now, let's just make sure we've got a lot of these guys on our shortlist. We probably do, to be fair. Because they're quite old players. Jude's not up to us, to be honest. We don't know about him. Okay. Probably know about Andrick. There's a lot of oldies here. Eichhorn. Okay, we know about him. A lot of these guys are quite old. Bengay we know about. Wujan 23rd. Right, we've got some Betis players on these finally. Yeah, we don't need to know about any of these ones. They're a bit on the older side. Ariat, we know about. Mora Howard. We haven't heard of him, but we know about him. And the back 10, it's only the one player, which for Champions League winners seems harsh. Yeah, it's mostly old guys, let's be real. We're not going to sign too many of them. Yeah, sure, we'll train that then. And Mavambo, all right. Can you talk? I like him, but every time I give him a chance, it's frickin' Garcia who actually plays quite well, which is annoying. Because Mavambo should be better. Gaga Bruno, hope you're doing well. Thank you, dude. Cup competitions. Okay, he's happy being a squad player. We've got out of that nicely. There's my Discord details. You can go sort that out. I don't have it open during stream. I mean, that would be a wild move. If you ditched Bilbao for the Houston Dynamo. I know he's there in real life, like in the MLS. It's freaking ruining my club. But, yeah. Leaving LaLiga for MLS without winning a lot would be an interesting move. Right. Espanyol got battered there, so they're about to fall back to the pack. Real Madrid might be sort of back, maybe. Alonso still has a job. I wonder if he was under pressure, actually. Can't check if they're under pressure anymore, I don't think. Actually, you can. There's a secure thing, isn't there, on the managerial vacancy. It's just a bit weirder than it used to be. So, now I need to keep an eye out on fitness. That's what I meant to do with the injuries we've got. So after we get through these inbox items, we'll do that. Ooh, who are you? Oh, you're the guy, yeah. Asian Footballer of the Year. You, yeah. You're in you are in Scotland, so it probably makes sense. No offense, but also maybe a little bit there. So is Gigamian still injured? Yes, 4 to 9 days. Okay, so he's on rehab anyway. I think we're okay with most of these guys. Aguilera is still 2 to 5. Molina soon, I think. So we'll keep an eye on Molina for rehab. He should be back before we play Athletic Club. Brief Emma Hayes pop-up. Okay, under 18s doing a demo job. /19s, whatever they're calling themselves. Right, yeah, Molina's. Come on, there we are. Right. Junior rehab, right, we're getting more players back, which is nice. He should be able to go in there for the next thing, and he can go back to the under 19s ideally. And Manal, 5 days. We could probably give Berrigan a bit of a jump down as well, actually. Give him some actual football. And Lazzolo's, he is such a flip-flopper, man. I'm tempted just to sell him because of the amount he moans if he wasn't so high potential. Cool, let's not have a status set for you then, you little whiner. Goodness me, Rodrigo, you are a little pest, you are sometimes. Right, let's praise the boys who are still here. I thought you got to call up Pons, but sure. Must have been for a long international break for you. Enter after Endrick. Interesting. Is that where PSG are going to get their money from? Yeah, Doke's okay. Welcome to the shortlist. He's just good enough. Ben Doke. Love the use of the middle name there. Ben Gannon Doke. Does actually look quite handy as a wide forward for us, to be fair, but at 31, not sure about that. Vidic's got a goal. Oh, lovely. Hopefully it attracts some interest in him so we can sell him in the summer. Not summer, the winter. Northern Hemisphere, Shaun. Not the place with the upside down toilets that you've got to, you know. But a couple of away games after the break. Athletic Club, if they've got Wiki in charge, we should be fine. If he leaves, they might actually improve. Arsenal away is going to be very interesting. We bet Spurs in the Super Cup and they won the Prem last season, so based on that, hopefully we can do Arsenal as well, but an actual away game might be a bit trickier. Got a couple of things I need to do tomorrow. Sort out the train before I start a stream and get that name thing done in the proper database file because I clearly forgot to do it after the holiday. For those Brazilian teams. Good old Grêmio popping up there, I think. Yep. Mavumbo's gone all right there. Coaching. Kim needs a rest. Okay, how long have we got? We've got about 4 days, maybe. And no, we won't get him staying back all the time because don't want my set pieces to be weird. Right, Bilbao are 11th. They've got Nico Williams out, so no wonder they're struggling. Should probably keep an eye on other players coming back from internationals. Just so we've got a fit team for this one, because I have been done before like that. Oh yeah, we've got okay, right. Where's the squad page? Is probably easier for this actually. Indeed it is. Right, you guys, real quiet week. And some of you other guys are still on international break, which isn't ideal. And this page is probably easier for the rest. Kimyan, how are you tracking? You're 2 days away. You should be okay then to go on the bench actually, and maybe even start. But Lenilson's going quite well, so we might just leave that for the moment. Maybe get you back in for Arsenal. Yeah, injuries are improving. Touch wood. Okay, Molina's back. We know about that one. Training changes. Oh, yes, okay. That game's been brought forward, okay. Sure, that makes sense. Why is the team in the Champions League having games get brought forward just quietly? Bet that just doesn't happen to Real Madrid or Barca. Jeez. Okay, Manal's back. Arsenal game gets broadcast because every freaking game does in the Champions League these days. Okay, they've got Espanyol away Barca, which is a little... It's probably not a bit asking. They should be on a bit of a downward spiral now. They've in that us, Real Madrid, Barca run, but still. They're up there, so you never know. So, just keep looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, he's resting. Or does he need a rest? Needs rest, right. So you three can have a solid 2 days off. And also, is Aguilera? No, he's not. Okay. I was hoping Aguilera might be at least on rehab, but he's still a little way away from his fractured ankle. But Guillaume back is very handy, our first choice left back. So we've gone from one first team left back to having all three back, which is nice. Good little bit of timing for the international break. We'll have to see what team we can put out for this, because there's a few guys who are just threatening to be a little bit tired. It's Saturday, Tuesday, Friday. Why have we got... Yeah, seriously, why do we get a Friday game if we're playing Champions League? That seems harsh. LaLiga. Rescheduling that. Alright, technically. Really? Okay, I mean, we do play quite well when we bypass the press, so I don't hate that idea. We might have to do it against Arsenal anyway, so get a bit of early practicing. Yeah, people are recovering, so that's nice. Might pay to go with RPM up top for this game, though. I might do that. It's not like Varsia's form. It feels like it's dipping a little bit. This might be a good game for RPM up top. Just make sure he's not cooked before Arsenal. We can always bring him off the bench, so we might make that slight change. Now, did I see Barcelona have already played their game this match week just while we're going forward here? Might have been a Friday nighter. Because we've got a little gap over them now. It would be quite nice to if they stuffed up a bit more. Get a nicer amount of breathing room with these Champions League games coming around. They must have dropped points. A draw against Espanyol, right? Barca are slipping a little bit. That helps us out a little, quite nicely. So, yeah, Varsiev's fit, but I'll go RPM for this game with how he was looking the day before, but that's handy for us. Oh, love a late little equaliser against Barca. Right, so that's good. The team that we beat 4-0 are now a wee way behind us, which feels appropriate. But right, we'll get a prediction going for this quickly. So, right. Let's do we're on the road these days. So these next couple, we are playing Athletic Club, a quick 1 minute one. So if you want to try and earn some channel points, there you go. And we'll crack into this one. So good chance for us here. We're 5 points clear already, albeit this is a bit of a game in hand over Barca anyway. If we can get it out to 8, we're in a really good spot this early in the season. So RPM up top, just because Varsiev was a little tired the day before off the back of an international break. We'll chuck Molina on the bench instead of Roberto. Yeah, Aguilera is not quite in rehab yet from that fractured ankle, but we've got a lot more first teamers back, which is nice. So let's hopefully go pretty well here. Guillaume, yeah, needs to build up his fitness. Coming back from his injury, so Nielsen can stay at left back. We've been doing pretty well defensively for a wee while now, it feels like. Probably shouldn't have said that out loud, but oh well. What's this team look like? It's, yeah, with that they're clearly dealing with injuries as well. They're missing 2 subs, so not fun times for Vicky at Bilbao, it looks like. We're in good form, I suppose. Don't know if that team talk works that well, but we'll see if it does. The media one usually does the trick here. Luke from Football's on. Have we? Hopefully we're confident then. Hopefully if we play to our ability, we're going to get a result here. And we're here to face every challenge head on. Something real, media train like that. A diamond. Ooh, fancy. Not that fancy, they're 12th, but still different. It's probably the more appropriate term there. And here we go. Can we extend our gap on top of LaLiga? As we try and make it 3 straight here in Spain. Away at Bilbao off the back of an international break. RPM gets his chance up top. Of course, started quite a few games for us in our Invincible season, so he is no slouch. Is the Guinea-Bissau international. There we are, but slouchy to start this game off. We've done a lot early. Interesting to see how this goes when we bypass the pressure against the domestic team. We've been doing it in Europe and pumping the likes of Bayern, but We usually try and play for a press when we're in the LaLiga, so we'll see how this goes. It was recommended, so we'll rock with it, at least for the first half. But when we've done it in the Champions League, it's usually resulted in some quite big score lines in our favour, and it might do again because Garcia makes it 1-0. Okay. It's blimmin' tempting to leave it on, given how we struggled for goals against Almeria before the break. But Kim into Merck, plays the through ball, and Pablo Garcia just does his man there. Number 3 for Bilbao, Aguirre. Bit of interesting physics there and how he wraps his foot around that ball, but beats Pena and gives us a 1-0 lead, the captain. So, after looking a little bit sketchy to start this one off, we've actually taken the 1-0 lead, which is nice. Now we're starting to get ever so slightly on the front foot too, as you expect, given Wiki's in charge of this team and how he's doing at SKC in real life. Because boy oh boy, they suck. They're very, very bad, aren't they? So Bartel and both our... Okay, we're getting quite a few tired boys now. It's one of these games where I would quite like to put them away early so I can rest guys, but it doesn't always happen how I would like when we're in that situation. Okay, that's a really interesting corner they've given up there. Don't like how they've blown it up before we can take it. That feel like most of the time they let the team take the corner. Now Ondo's going a bit fairly, so we'll give Simwes a run. Is usually first choice, but just doesn't really have the chance to build his fitness up with that international break. So he can go in there. We'll just rock that for now. Kim and Bartel are a little bit tired, so we'll keep an eye on those two in particular. But going okay. I think we can do a bit better, fellas, as we get things underway here for the second 45 minutes in the LaLiga with a 1-0 lead. That pass looked handy, but apparently not worth seeing. So yeah, Bale and Kim were the two players who are a touch tight at the half compared to the rest. We had the ball. Garcia loses it. Only 1-0 up. Given Barca just... What is Eriksson doing there, bro? You literally could have come forward and got that. Don't like the look of this sort of highlight. Good block there. Who was that? Kim? And he clears that away too. Right, great defensive work there from the runner-up Asian footballer of the year. So we get away with that. He's probably a little bit tired now. I will demand more here. Want a second goal, fellas, please. Because they're just offering enough for a team that aren't doing a lot. We don't play against many diamonds. Maybe we're a bit thrown off by that. We'll get Hebert on. And you know what? RPM is a little bit average today, so we'll get Varsiv up top just in case that's something. For whatever reason, sometimes we get in a run here. Doesn't matter which striker I start, they just do not score. Okay, Lenel's in yellow, and Kim's on red heart, so we'll do these couple of subs. Zolo and Gigamian, good actual. That works out quite well. Try and get him fit for Arsenal. And there's a highlight. We should win that back if Gigamian didn't pass it straight to the team in red. Must have forgot what colours his team are while he was out injured. Okay, it's good from Eriksson though. A lot better than earlier. We're last under pressure a bit. Merck. Varsiv. Oh, he's going to try and take them on himself. Oh, there we go. Dimitar Varsiv off the bench. That might get him back into form. Makes it 2, and that should hopefully wrap us up. But Ericsson, nice control to get that ball back for us down the right, and we just get going. Manic Smirk to Varsev, to be fair, it's a pretty average assist, so it's all the goal scorer of this. Nice run. Goalkeeper should be doing better, but it's 2-0. Now, do not Merc, please don't get injured. We will play lower tempo and time waste. I do not want injuries in a game like this. That's why I wanted to get a more than 1 goal margin earlier. There's Woojin. Out to Ericsson. Liking the right hand side at the moment we are. Garcia. Back to Ericsson. Oh, Heber's in space. Long ranger off the post. Okay, I thought there was no hope, but to be fair, Pena was a fair way off his line. Okay, we'll time waste even more, but I don't think it's going to do a lot here. Hopefully we're in a safe spot. But just to make sure they don't come at us late here. Solid 2-0 win. Just solid, nothing special, but solid enough. We'll call that. Dimitar Varsev apparently, oh no, it's Merc. Of course it's Merc, he got both assists. I was going to say man of the match, but no, Merc. Always Merc, isn't it? Just a good win. I do think maybe we are better when we do the playthrough press domestically, but it's a win, and we've got a real short backup here, which is a slight concern if Kim's tired. So we need to rest guys pretty quickly. Pretty much everyone. So we might not do those guys, but these ones we will. So both days, just 1 day rest for you guys. So we'll just make sure we'll save this too, because I'm not sure I did one during that last little break we had. But Arsenal, we'll play out that prediction too, actually, Shaun. People getting involved in those now. Yeah, Arsenal away. Where are Arsenal? 16th. So they're just above the Bayern team. We beat 5-0. How have they beaten so far? Salzburg and Ajax. Lost to Bayern 5-2. Oh, if that's the case. They are top of the Prem, though, somehow. Arteta's still there somehow. 3 points clear of Spurs, last year's winners. With Liverpool game in hand, Man City game in hand, so it's quite tight early stages of the Prem. Wolves of 7th. Clearly in 2036 if Tottenham and Wolves are in the top half of the table. Yeah. Just feels a bit weird, doesn't it? Let's get a prediction going for this one. So that is live now. Okay. Yeah, Real Madrid have pumped Almeria, so they're starting to get their acting together now. They've got an easier run. Arsenal favourites. Okay. I'll just switch back to how we usually play, but I reckon they might tell us to change this back, but just in case. But we'll probably get this game done and hopefully sneak in Cadiz as well on the extra quick backup. Not happy with LaLiga for bringing that game forward today. That feels unjustified. I suppose we get a bigger gap though before Ajax in the Champions League after that, so it works both ways, but still. The form is a touch pitchy though, Arsenal, has to be said. Draw with Leicester. Lost to Nice. Lost to Stoke. They've beaten West Ham and Fulham, but they're not like travelling that well for Premier League leaders, has to be said. Although, hold on, what happened there to Man City? 4-1 at Brighton. Goodness me, what the Prem is doing all sorts. Okay. We'll get a nice gap before that Ajax game, but it's not sure it's the one we needed the big gap before, honestly. At home. Oh, of course, Garnacho's a world beater in this. I forgot about that too. It's a very weird universe we're in right now. All right. Jeez, inbox is a bit busy. Arsenal, there they are. Right, coaching. We do probably need to sort out some of these guys who have just come back from injuries, so that makes sense. Sure, that kind of makes sense. Okay. Scouting. Do we know these guys? We don't. Okay. Probably the guys from that goal 50 list, or at least those first couple were. Okay, I trust that we already know the other guys. Technically, yeah, we are going to bypass the pressure cake. We're against Bayern, so we'll do it again here against the Arsenal. And is this game going to be a day after? He probably can play there actually for a solid 60 ponds. Did it work? Yes, it actually worked for once. That cool. That's buggy as heck this year. Those reserve teams, and try and get your first team players involved in those. Now is equally no, he's still not on rehab. Okay, never mind. Can't see what could ease out. I was going to check that. Right. Quick save. Arsenal away, Champions League. Probably one of our tougher ones this season before the knockouts. Top of the Prem, but we did beat Spurs in the Super Cup, so it's a good guide. And they lost to Bayern 5-2, and we beat Bayern 5-0. So, based on that, hopefully we'll do quite well here. Players look fit, which is nice. Varsev up top. It's our first team. Just Lenilson's still there over Gigam Young because he's not quite ready. But otherwise, that's our first team. And Ondo's still in there for some ways because he's just not got the fitness there. But it's a good team. We'll get Molina on the bench again. I need to do that properly. But let's say go. Try and go to North London. Remind them of what this is. Not that they've really been in the position lately. Alfonso's quite handy. I think he was formerly at Napoli. Decent goalkeeper. They've got Hincape, Lewis Scully. They've got Pedri. Saka's captain. Owusu Adulo in goal. Diamonde on the bench is a choice. Elise on the bench is another choice. Some of these Prem teams go proper journeyman in their squads, but it's a pretty handy team we've seen here. So let's hopefully get a result against them. But on the road, probably one of these games where a point's not awful, but we'll try obviously go for the win. Her football hub before a men's game. sure you weren't around when I was at the Jets, which would have been more appropriate. But anyway, we're confident-ish. 4-3-3, the copy. Arteta's copying me. Of course he is. No original ideas. No original ideas, is he? Just a Pep clone. Or the new Pep, me. You see me win the Champions League, he's now got to copy that guy. He's doing bits in Spain, let's copy them. And where is he now? He's top of the table. Is he getting a nosebleed? Timu Betis in the black and green. Pretty obvious who Arsenal are. They've got the licensed jerseys. Let's go. Right, come on. I want to see a good performance here, guys. Blew out the cobwebs in that previous game. Let's get something here at the Emirates. Bukayo Saka. Thankfully plays it forward to a more useless player, which is saying something. Ondo, Merck, Gomez. Oh, Gomez. He's cooked someone there, whoever number 3 is. Oh, Merck. Merck just puts it over. Who is it? Who's free? I'm trying to click on number 3. Who is it? Who is free? Oh, Coyote. Tell you what, he cooked him there, though. Fortunately, we couldn't finish it off, but we're driving forward. We were driving forward until Vasev ruined it. Some poor control. Vigili. He's coming for this game. Uh-oh. Ericsson. Oh, no. Where is Ericsson, actually? Probably is him. Off the post. Okay, we get lucky there. And thankfully, that's a push from Iglesias. Because it wasn't really needed. But Arsenal all of a sudden, after our initial chance, are getting down the end that they want to be. Pump that deep. Oh, it's an awful header there from Ondo. Ondo, good little cut there. Merck, bad pass from you. Which is rare. And Iglesias is through. And Woo Jin, big save. The former Spurs man. Be up for this one, obviously. It's a nice save from him early. The FIFA Golden Glove winner from the past season. Before he got here. But he's doing pretty well here, to be fair. And now another long ball forward. As we try and bypass this press. Not sure it's working as well as it usually does here. After their initial highlight, Arsenal are starting to get on the front foot. Vigili. I think that was post off. Looked a bit weird. Yeah, it did. Outside of the post. I guess we encouraged, but I don't like how this game started. After that initial chance from the Garcia dribble. And we're just getting closed down. We're supposed to be bypassing the press and we're not really doing it. Well, I suppose we are bypassing. It's when we get the ball down there and we don't really know what to do. Uh-oh. That looked good. Oh, the post is doing a lot of work for us in this game. There have been games where it's been the other way around, so I suppose we take that, but just make sure we are indeed doing what we're supposed to be. We are. Okay, cool. It's not been the best start outside Wujin this though. We have a set piece though. This would be peak because we really score from these. Leray heads it back out to the corner taker, which is a choice from our centre back. Garcia briefly loses it. Merck. Someone run into the box. Goodness me. We did, but just a little bit more in the box there probably would have helped. Just a bit more time. We get a shot off, which I suppose is good. We'll encourage. Stats-wise, looks like we're starting to level things up a bit more. Got for our nervous phase, maybe. Oh, who's that down for them? Lewis Scully. Off for Loff. I'm going to demand more here because we've been pretty poor, but our XG's higher. Which, based on what I've seen, I'm not too sure quite how that's the case. Half time, might need that. Had brief spells, but I think Arsenal have been on top for most of that one. Guess there's a couple of poor rains out there. We'll get Journeyman on at left back because he's usually first choice. Kim's a little bit average, but we are keeping clean sheets. Don't know if I want to break up the centre back partnership. Garcia and Vasiev. I'll just make the one change here and we'll try and rev the boys up a bit. Say more possession. Just try and do something constructive with the talk instead of just saying you've been crap. And hopefully that works, but I mean, we are bypassing the press. It's a bit backwards what I'm saying there, but we'll see how it works. Merck, Ondo. Oh, Garcia through. Oh, that post has been busy. I can't complain because the first half that was happening, you know, the other way around very, very regularly. But that was as close as we've come so far. Thought it was just going to curve and time that, but not quite. Not quite. Garcia looking good though, actually. For a player on a 6.4, he's looking our most likely. Ooh, player went down, nothing doing. Get up your diver, Gigamyan. Back to Bartle. Gigamyan. Oh, that's good from him. Fresh legs. Oh, park the bus FC, frickin' Arteta. I mean, hold on, was that guy in a tracksuit who blocked that? Referee. Don't let him go off that. No, it's confusing because the tracksuits are the same colour, but come on. Okay, we have to make some changes here soon because Gomez has got a yellow. But Arsenal with a throw-in. Coyote's going to try and cook like Garcia did him earlier. He's doing all right. That's got to be off. That was so far off, it's not funny. I'm even going to make subs early because I'm that confident. Vasiev, off you come. You've not been on it. Neither of you, Garcia. And, in fact, all that front three. So, Pons. And don't really want to take off Merck or Kim, to be fair. So we'll just change the attacking three. That's so far off, though. It better be because I'm extremely confident that was offside. And it was. So it's still 0-0. Wu Jin still not beat him. Yeah, he's just offside by about 5 metres, maybe. It's a pretty significant one, that one. We do have Simoyas who we could bring on. It's actually quite tempting here. Give it another few minutes. But Merck's not really having the best game. But he is a bit of X factor, so I want to leave him out there as long as possible. Oh, change in time. Bukayo Saka. Oh dear. Oh, of course it's a corner. They got that right, haven't they? Alright, let's get Merck off. Frick's sake. Bloody Arsenal, you stupid set pieces. Alright, I'll make that change last sub. I also might, actually. I don't reckon that bypassing the press is working that well here, so we'll go balanced. Oh, set piece FC, what should I expect? We're not very good at set pieces, and sure enough, that time, I mean, it's a shame that Eriksen's keeping everyone on side there, because someone's right in the frickin' way of our goalkeeper. But 1-0 Arsenal. Demand more. Wu Jin claims it. Come on, guys, at least get something out of this. We've been that great. If we can get something when we're not playing well, that'll be quite big. Oh, we're not really putting the pressure on anywhere for some reason today, though, like we usually do. Look a bit off our game, which is not great, but at least it's a comp we can recover in. Oh, okay, that's all right, but where are our players at? His clearance is just trying to get rid of the ball, not actually find teammates. And Cappy. Makanza, we're putting a little bit of pressure on here though. We will start to be able to go forward a bit more. Afonso, Hincapi, Civic. Oh, come on guys. Let's get the pressure on them. No, we force them backwards well there. Let's not let them do it. Come forward at us again. It's a bit easy at the moment, guys. What's this? Put some frickin' pressure on them. Way too. You're letting them have your... Oh, no. Oh, no. What's this crap, guys? Seriously. Our position. We press them a lot more. And, I don't even know what we do now. Step up more. Goodness me. Alright, we're in trouble here. We're in a bit of trouble here. We're just not there today. Really need that goal. Get that one when Garcia hit the post, which unfortunately didn't happen. Be fair, that rain on him looked a bit harsh. But Pedri, Bartle's done. Oh, sorry, I can't watch this highlight from all the way back there. Sorry, that was like 10 minutes ago. Oh, right, I'm trying to get them to fire up. This is the most Arsenal thing ever because we've got higher XG. Now, we need one here. We need one here with 9 to go. Set piece, which our centre-back's taking because reasons. Luray, Mavambo, Luray. Get it into someone who actually score a goal. Oh, the post at that end, eh? They must be like 10 feet wider. Let's go very high and no, in position. That's what you're after. Much wider. Counter attack. More expressive. Gotta try and go at them. Freaking Arsenal. Thank goodness there's no Arsenal fan TV anything. Can beat Bayern 5-0 and Bayern can beat these guys 5-2, but of course we lose 2-0. They did outplay us, I can't really complain, but geez, that little fraud Arteta's done me. Yeah, guys, that wasn't good. So much stuff. I mean, to be fair, no one's playing fantasy, so it doesn't really matter. We might just bin that off for good now. But let's do that. Sorry to the guy who put money on us, because that was piss poor. Didn't play well enough. Poor performance. It's not going to knock us off course, though. Right. So down to 5th, so we're not too bad, at least as long as other things are all right. 2 players. Which 2 players are up there? Good. Maybe if I'm about to rest them anyway. Oh, go away, you little pest. Right. You silly smile. That's not really a smile. Let's rest all you guys for the next 2 days because we've got a really quick back up here before Cadiz. Am I going to squeeze this in today? Yes, I'm very disappointed that we will go back to how we usually play for this, though. Give me touch and go on this game. I'll have to see what time it is when I get to it. If we can squeeze it, I'm supposed to be off by 9. So we'll see. But it's our second loss of the season, that. But Cadiz 8th. They're actually doing a bit better than I thought they would be. Cadiz just below Atletico Madrid. But yeah, So no, we didn't even score a goal, which is a bit of a shocker for us. Spurs already secured a playoff spot. That seems ridiculously early. Like really, really early. Aren't they still like 4 Champions League games left. No, 3 maybe, but still. As long as we bounce back against Ajax, we should be pretty safe for a top 8, he says, hopefully. But it's all right. We'll beat them in the playoffs or in the knockouts. We'll be right. The Arsenal. Freaking Arsenal. Yeah, right. I want to see how they've done this, which might stuff the next game up. But I mean, it'd be for you, I suppose 5. Yeah, they have. We've dropped down to 6. So we're still in an okay spot. We've got Ajax up next. We're actually going okay. They're above Arsenal, which is a touch concerning. But yeah, we're below Barca. Ugh. Only one here around Madrid, and they are bad this year. Rosenborg are going good, it feels like. 18th, that's probably good for them. Oh, it's a rivalry game, this too. Okay. Playing normally, I quite like the sound of that, actually. Now, what's the time? 8:52. It's very touch and go if we play this tonight. Usually takes about 10 minutes for a game, doesn't it? If it's an uneventful one. And knowing my luck, would probably end up with all the highlights in the world here. I do have a thing I need to do. So, I know I said I'd try to squeeze that game in, but I think we better save that for tomorrow, guys. Sorry. We'll come back for that tomorrow, and then we'll get into Ajax and the rest of December. This is what we'll do tomorrow. So we'll kick off with Kiddies tomorrow. And yeah, might not be a bad time after that defeat we just suffered before. We'll get Aguilera, though, on rehab, because I've just noticed that's a thing. He could be quite handy out on the left wing, because he might have been quite useful in that previous game. All good, Simon. Thanks for coming in today, guys. Yeah, so back tomorrow, same time, 6:30 p.m. New Zealand time, which I think at the moment is 7:30 a.m. UK time. So, yeah, we'll get through. To be fair, it's not a very busy December, is it? Yeah, we usually get about 6 games in. That's what we did tonight. Yeah. So that would get us through to then. But yeah, if we go any further, oh boy, there's some big games then. But yeah, hopefully bounce back from the Arsenal defeat and keep going strong in the Liga before a couple of quite big games we've got in January, it's fair to say, which will probably be coming up on Saturday in the afternoon. But let me go find someone to try and raid on over to. Who's live at this hour? Is it one of the usual crew, or do we have someone new? There's no one for face cam. Ooh, that's not ideal, is it? Right. Oh, who's this guy? There's a guy who's playing, but he probably doesn't speak German. He's got a lot of people watching him. Just checking out the vibe. It's probably not great if he doesn't speak English, let's be honest. So we've got a guy playing with Bradford, who doesn't have a mic, so that's not ideal. Or someone at Cheltenham Town. Does he have a mic? No. So there's no one live off a microphone. So what's the vibe here? Do you like no microphone or not English? No, and that's a great discussion, this, for a raid. Or I just finish and you guys can go your separate ways, which might be the best option actually right now. Is anyone FM24? Who's playing that? Not many, if any. Okay, great. This is awesome raid things. I might let you go do your things. Yeah, all good, Simon. Yeah, we might just end it because the raid options are not great, unfortunately. I would go raid, but can't do much, guys. Sorry. But I'll catch you guys tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. New Zealand time. We'll pick up with the Cadiz game. Hopefully a full green dot stream. We were close to 9 until frickin' Arteta came along. But have a good rest of your day or tomorrow until I see you then. Bye, guys.